Well, Justin, thank you very much. We have a great neighbor in Canada, and Justin is doing a spectacular job in Canada. Everybody loves him, and they love him for a reason, so congratulations on the job you're doing.
Make van life great again.
JustIncredible.tv.
Hey. All right. So let's talk about jobs. Living in your RV and what do you do for work? This is something that we get asked all the time as van dwellers. Well, how do you make money? Again, I'm an urban van dweller, so I work a regular job like anyone else. But there's this perception that if you live in your van, you must be some homeless bum, some squatter and all this stuff. But it's simply not true. Now, I could go and ask to do a survey of all my audience and all the people living in their vans and ask you what you do for a living. I see your comments all the time. People tell me about your jobs all the time. For some reason, I always get asked, though, what I do for a living. And I don't generally talk like, I don't think the internet needs to know exactly what companies I work for and things like that. But I've always had a job, though. From working on ski hills to working in restaurants to working as a marketing manager for a big media company downtown at one point, to working in a t-shirt shop, and currently I drive one of these for a living. I drive a 3.5-ton cube van all around Metro Vancouver during the week, and that's how I make my money. And this is the norm more than it's not. People that live in their vans work regular jobs just like anyone else, and I don't know why anyone thinks it would be any difference. It is kind of peculiar when people say, well, can you have this or that job when you live in your RV? And I'm like, what does it make any difference? Whether your house is built on a concrete foundation or it's sitting on rubber wheels, why does that have anything to do with your place of employment? In a lot of cases, it helps because you can stay at work sometimes. And I don't see how it has anything to do with your job. But just to give you an example of just people that I know well and who are often living in their vans right here in this city in Vancouver and who you have seen on my YouTube channel, just to give you an idea. There's Torin. You've seen him on my videos from time to time. He lives in a truck camper near where I am right now. And he's a paramedic. He works for BC Ambulance Service, so he's driving an ambulance all day. And saving lives, of course. And he drives by once in a while and flicks his siren on. And I know it's him, because no one else drives by in their ambulance and wails their siren. And I think that's awesome. So he lives in a truck camper, and sometimes he stays right at the ambulance station. Sometimes he parks down here at the beach. But he's got a truck and camper. You've seen girl Jessica on my channel. I did an interview with her a couple years back in her Ford Pleasureway van. She works as a bike mechanic at a bike shop. That's her 9-to-5er. There's another gentleman who lives in a truck camper. Actually, he's down here today. And I was just chatting with him last night, and he works on the ships out on the water out there. You know, he's got a really good paying job too. There was a guy down here a little while ago, I don't know where he is nowadays, but he lived in a small RV and he was a real estate agent. He was selling multi-million-dollar homes all around Vancouver, but he chose to live in his RV. And then another one, he's actually a multi-millionaire because he got a huge inheritance. So he obviously wasn't working, but he had over $5 million in the bank, and he chose to buy a 1976 Dodge Chinook small class C. And he was happy as a clam. And he would pretty much bum around the beaches, and he'd go over to the islands all the time and go on road trips out of town all the time, but he still called Vancouver his home base. So okay, he didn't work, but he certainly wasn't a bum, and he was loaded, and he liked his little 70s Dodge RV. So it's very normal for people with regular jobs to be living in their vans all over the place. In fact, it's more normal than the other segment of the ones that don't have jobs, don't have any money, the broken down RVs on the side of the road. That is the minority. Guys like me are really normal, and women. Here's another one. You've seen her on my channel. I did a quick little segment with her from CamperCon last year, right down here at the beach, and she parks all over Vancouver, and she also does Vandweller meetups and stuff. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she does have an Instagram, T-Rex Van. So she lives in her homemade Ford Transit Class B, and she drives buses for TransLink, which is the Metro Vancouver transit system. In fact, here she is right now, pulling up in her bus to pick someone up across the street. It's technically a van, so I'm gonna have to go give her a sticker.
Don't get me fired.
She's literally driving a bus along the beach today. So that's her job. So does that answer your question? Everyone who keeps saying, what do you do for work? How can you have a regular job? Just like anyone else would. It makes no difference if you live in an RV if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or you want to grill burgers at McDonald's. It makes no difference if you choose to live in an RV. That has no relevance to it at all. And people that live in their RVs all around the city work regular jobs just like anyone else. I'm just incredible. That's my opinion, and it's a fact. And I want you to keep on rocking in the free world.
You are watching Just Incredible TV.
Want to see more? Become a patron and see exclusive content. Plus, see new, just incredible videos before anyone on YouTube. Head over to patreon.com/JCredTV and keep on rocking in the free world.